Sorry, the video cut out again. I really need to fix my equipment, but I can't do it where I'm at right now. I stopped at stop weighing yourself. Now, this can be a really hard habit to break. And knowing our weight can keep us in general health. So don't stop weighing yourself entirely because you don't want to get too carried away. And people that are recovering from an undereating disorder can wind up having an overeating disorder. But your perception of overeating is warped. You're probably just eating normally. Your perception of your weight, your shape, your body is warped. Our vision is the last thing to change, and our self-acceptance is the last thing to change. And when you get to that critical point where you're beginning to feel uncomfortable with yourself, you think you've recovered as much as you're willing to recover, but you know you're not recovered. You can't eat cake without guilt. You body check. You look at your reflection. You look at your squish. You check your sizes. You do things that you know are inappropriate. You're not recovered. You shouldn't be weighing yourself. It's a critical juncture when you get to a point where you're uncomfortable. When you've had so much momentum that you've almost fully recovered from an eating disorder. That's something to be proud of. That's something monumental. The last thing you want to do is set yourself up for a relapse by feeling guilty for where you are. And we get that pink fluffy cloud of recovery where we think that we're invulnerable, that we've got this. But it can just take one bad day and you can tumble all the way back down the rabbit hole. So now you need to start tearing up that stuff, getting rid of all that old stuff that you no longer need. It's like a recovered drug addict no longer needs their paraphernalia. You no longer need your paraphernalia. Your scale, your images, proof of when you were thin, that you used to be this way, shows that you're still holding on to that identity as a source of self-esteem rather than a source of self-torture and trying to kill you. Reviewing them makes you feel bad. Holding on to your thin clothes shows that you have some intent someday of maybe going back to being able to be in them, and a resistance to what is. When you're in a position where you're almost there, you're almost free, constantly putting yourself in a position where you have to face a number is no place you want to be. So stop weighing yourself, maybe once a month or maybe just at doctor's appointments. Stop weighing yourself.